I want to really quickly talk about this post by Donald Trump on the 6th of January in the morning. He said, "These media posts will serve as a notification to the United States Congress that should Iran strike any U.S. person or target, the United States will quickly and fully strike back, and perhaps in a disproportionate manner. Such legal notice is not required, but is given nevertheless. So, of course, that's true. He does not need to have authorization from Congress to attack Iran. And the reason that is because the Democrats have actually, well, there was 188 of them, voted to strip the provision that would require Donald Trump to would require authorization from Congress to give Donald Trump the ability to attack Iran. So the Democrats have actually, not only did they give him a tremendous budget for this future war, $738 billion with a B, dollars, the biggest military budget, I think, so far. They gave him that and approved it, but they also stripped from the NDAA that need for Donald Trump to get authorization from Congress. Bernie Sanders has brought in some bill with Ro Khanna to try and reverse that. But anyway, this is what's happening at the present time. The reason I'm talking about this particular tweet, and I'm going to talk about the whole thing more when I have some time, but this little phrase here, in a disproportionate manner, he's talking about striking Iran in a disproportionate manner. Now, the United States has had these so-called limited-range nuclear weapons for some time now, and when you have weapons like that, you want to use them on the population. That's one of the reasons they dropped nuclear weapons on the Japanese cities, Nagasaki and Hiroshima. They didn't have to because the Japanese were already surrendering. They actually did it in World War II because they could, because they wanted to experiment on the population, these particular nuclear weapons. And in this case, with Iran, I think that the United States could actually use limited-range nuclear weapons on the Iranian population, because that's probably the only way they could actually bring a very, very sharp end to a very, very protracted war with Iran, which would involve lots of other countries which would come to Iran's defense. And so they would need something that is so devastating and devastating on a number of cities and targets. Donald Trump has talked about hitting 52 targets in Iran, which is actually it's a war crime to be targeting cultural sites in any country. But of course, the whole idea, the whole sort of attacking countries because you can, and the US empire is constantly involved in war crimes. The whole thing of war is a crime. All US wars are imperialist. So anyway, when I saw this disproportionate manner in this unhinged tweet by Donald Trump, that's what came to mind. And then I read something by a Marine who has written a blog on RT, and he actually mentioned that too, that that's probably that Iran, that it would be impossible, almost pretty impossible to defeat Iran, and the only way to do that would be to actually use nuclear weapons. And that was sort of like, it was just something that I've been thinking that they've been wanting to use this now for a while, these limited nuclear weapons, limited range as they're called, which is still devastating. And I think this would be the perfect excuse for them to do that. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. My name's Trish Roberts. You're watching Faint Signals from Vega. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. If you like the content, click the like button. If you want to receive notifications of any videos that drop, please click the notifications bell. So thanks so much for watching. Let's all hope that Russia, China can actually intervene in this diplomatically and try and curb this from escalating more than it is. I think that this is actually something Donald Trump wants to do. He wants to please his donor, Adelson. He wants to please he wants to do, there's a whole lot of reasons why he wants to do this, and one of them is, of course, he has a massive ego, and you cannot impeach a president at a time of war. That's the other reason too. There's a number of reasons. Anyway, I have to go, so thanks for watching. Till next time, bye for now.